Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Milligan. I've got a great person here for you that you really need to meet. It's all about the internet and websites. This is Dr. Rich Hershinger. Rich, thanks so much for being with us.
Pleasure to be with you, Mike.
Oh, this is fantastic. So, you know, in my practice, more and more, our number one referral source is other patients, but our number two now, and this didn't used to be the case, it is from the internet. It's from our website and from the SEO, all these terms that that we're learning about here. Rich is the expert, and Rich did my website, eastlanddental.com. Rich, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this. Rich is a dentist, and you had some back problems.
I had some in 1995. I had two separate injuries. I injured my hand, injured my back, had some surgeries, and couldn't practice anymore. Really didn't know what to do with myself as far as career-wise. Ended up going back to business school, and as a result of a 4-page assignment to come up with an e-commerce model, I went surfing one night. I went to DDS.com and also DMD.com, and at the time, in right around the summer of 2000, both were one-page websites that said for sale.
Okay.
One was a link to an eBay auction, one was a link to just an email address. Fast forward about a year and a half, I was able to acquire both domain names.
So you've got an MBA, and then you got into the business of websites, one of the very early ones, building websites for dentists. Then of course search engine optimization came from that, social networking came after that, and you're involved in all of them from the very beginning for dentists.
Yes.
And being a dentist, now you have all kinds of wonderful content already done that we can put on our sites. You have an email service where it's very secure, and I use that so that we can be very comfortable sending radiographs or pictures to specialists or whatever, and we know it's secure. Tell us a little bit about that, if you would.
Well, we did some market research with patients and got a lot of responses of what they wanted on a website, and the same with dentists.
Okay.
Dentists essentially wanted to be able to control their site, and so that's what we built in. We have a content management system,
right,
where just by typing and clicking you can go in and edit your website. Got a lot of different responses from the public of what they wanted, but there was two main reoccurring themes.
Okay.
The first one was they wanted to go to your site, meaning the dentist.
Yeah.
Whether it's a practice, whatever. There's a lot of information out on the web. There's a lot of misinformation on the web.
Right.
They already trust you. They wanted to go to your site.
Okay.
The second reoccurring theme was they wanted content, and they wanted content with graphics. They wanted the site to be able to answer questions that they had that they either forgot to ask or they were too afraid to ask. And that's why we created so much content with graphics. We're up to, I think we're over 230 pages of content.
You know, and I had one website company that wasn't a dentist, and they created a website for me. Oh my gosh, some of the things they said on that website, it just made no sense. It had no bearing to dentistry or understanding of dentistry. Well, you being a dentist, you understand it. The content's excellent that you have up there on the sites, obviously.
Right. I mean, our goal is to try and help the dentists leverage their time. The website's not for them.
It's for the user, not
exactly.
for the dentist. And dentists, I think we're beginning to understand that we don't know anything about marketing. We fix teeth. So, but you know about the marketing and what the patients want.
Right, and that's what came out of the market research, and so that's why the goal is to have the content based on all the procedures that they do, all the technology they have in their office, whether it's digital x-rays or Diagnodent, what whitening system they use. We contact all the vendors and try and get content from them, because we want to keep the patient on the doctor's website.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can provide links to outside, but if they're on your site, keep them there.
You bet, you bet. Now, we're here at the California Dental Association meeting, and Rich was so good he's from Los Angeles, his company's in Los Angeles. He was great to come with us. He used to be a vendor at all these meetings and show at them. He doesn't do that anymore, because now he's doing what we need to be doing, getting his business off the internet, and you've taken that money. I used to see it at all these meetings, But now you actually take that money and put it into the search engine optimization and that, and have improved your business that way. It's about like the dentist going out to the public and speaking, or having in-office meetings, as opposed to just putting that money into the internet. And you can show us how to do that and make more money instead of going out speaking and getting into the public, just by putting it in the internet to draw the patients in.
One of the nice things about doing dental websites is everything's local. One of the real difficult things for people that have a product, you have to go after a national market.
Right.
Whereas a dentist, we can try and target the market for Bloomington dentists, essentially go after the people in that area. And just last month on Google, there was over 9 million people that searched for the term dentist.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
You can actually spend money in bidding on certain keywords, which is what we call search engine marketing, or sponsored links. You don't want to bid on the term dentist, because there's 9 million people, and depending on what your budget is, it's not targeted.
Right.
But we can, based on Chicago dentist or South Lyon dentist, whatever city you're in, we can target that and find people in your area that are based on a real specific localized search.
Right, and the internet is where people are shopping now. That's the place to be, and the place to put your money, and the place they're going to find you. And he's got something very exciting, which all us current users, and there's a lot of us, are going to be upgraded to automatically, and this comes out in about 6 weeks. This is brand new. You partnered with someone. Tell us about that.
We used to have our own technology. Our current code was built well before the social media revolution, before Facebook and Twitter. There's a lot of features that are built in on search engine optimization level, but we don't have the ability to truly do everything the right way on a social media level.
You didn't have?
Did not. Well, actually, we do now.
Yeah.
For example, we can pull in feeds from Facebook and Twitter. The right way to have a blog, and the only way to have a blog from a search engine optimization viewpoint, is have the blog be hosted at domainname.com/blog.
Okay.
If you have it at blog.domainname.com, Google sees that as a separate website. And the power of a blog is people can link to the blog, here's a really good article. And one of the factors in search engine optimization is what we call inbound links. If people are linked to your website, that's going to help you. If they're going to link to a subdomain, blog.domainname.com, that blog will get the credit as opposed to your main domain name getting the credit.
So you're learning all these things, and you've just partnered with either the top person or one of the very top people in search engine optimization, and you're going to be able to provide us with all of that, just the state-of-the-art, everything for getting to the top of the Google search engine.
Right. A website is more than just text and graphics. From on the back end, what it comes down to is the code. And what's the foundation of that code? And the code's got to be clean. And I've never seen anybody with cleaner code than the company I partnered with up in Oregon, and it's just fantastic.
Great. They wrote the book on SEO for Dummies or something.
Well, there's a gentleman named Bruce Clay. If you Google the term search engine optimization, you're going to get close to 200 million results. And bruceclay.com is on the first page today, and he's always been on the first page. And he's partnered with these people up in Oregon. Bruce is located actually in a suburb of Los Angeles. And he's partnered with the company up in Oregon so that someone who doesn't really know anything about SEO can construct a page the right way, that it's going to be seen by Google, as opposed to putting content up there and waiting to see if it's going to be seen by Google.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, well, I know the Maddow brothers recommend you highly. I've been very pleased, and if you getting that website up or creating a new one, get in touch with Rich. You won't be disappointed. You'll love it.
Pleasure.
Rich, thanks so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Great.